Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need everybody to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and of course, you already know, Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. Someone was just taught how to treat you, and whatever they did, they're never going to do it again. You have to teach people how to treat you because if not, they're going to treat you however they want. And when you're in the presence of people who feel they could treat you however they want, they're in full-fledged take advantage mode. They're just in a mode to where they're taking you for granted and they don't really appreciate the fact that you're taking your time to either work at their business or be with them or spend time with them or take time to be with them. You can be someplace else, and you could be someplace else. You could work for someplace else. You could be with someone else. You could be with other people. You don't necessarily have to be around the people that you're currently with in any kind of situation. And they get too full of themselves. They get too prideful. And when they get around someone who has a lot to offer, it can go to their head and they could potentially feel like they got it made without actually being the type of person that you met or the type of person that you were cool with when you first started dealing with this person. They feel that they got you because sometimes you make people feel comfortable, and unfortunately, sometimes you make people feel too comfortable. And because of who you are and your nature, people tend to think that they got you because you're very easygoing and a very chill person, and you're not that difficult to be around. You make things easy for people. But what they don't realize is from people previously acting like that towards you, that you don't necessarily need anybody. And you end up teaching people how to treat you with your absence. Whether you have to tell them, explain to them how it is that things are going to go, or you just up and go. You're teaching people how to treat you. And in this particular case, whether you left or whether you just straight up told them to their face that that's not what you're dealing with, you taught this person how to treat you. And they now know that whatever they thought they were going to do or whatever they did is something that they're never going to do again. Number one, they're never going to do it again to you because you taught them how to treat you and they know not to do that anymore. Or they know that this is something that they're not going to do anymore because if anybody ever comes into their life like you, it's a sure way for them to run them up out of their life. And we don't get angry anymore. If we get angry, if somebody makes us upset, it's no arguing. It's no trying to work things out. It's just to the point now to where you just leave. You're not going to waste your time arguing with people, fighting with people, trying to prove your point, trying to make people see it your way. People know who you are. They know what you represent. They know what you're about. That's why they wanted to be around you in the first place. But they can't handle it after a while. And it starts to get to their head. And once it gets to their head, if it's someone who can't necessarily handle being around you, they're not going to be able to treat you in a way to where you'll want to stick around. People kind of lose control when they get in our presence, whether it be because they think they're somebody or they think we're nobody. People tend to take people for granted who will just be a cool kind of person to them. And because that's who you are, you just cool, chill. You're not beat for all the games and stuff because you're not like them. They think that they got you in some kind of way. Or because, like I said, you make them feel comfortable. They think that you're going to stick around or stay around, or they think that you ain't going nowhere. But the thing is, this person will never, most likely never do what they did to you ever again. And the main reason is because you're just not putting yourself back around this person anymore. And you taught this person how to treat you. It's just that they're never going to get a chance to treat you any kind of way ever again because you just cold with it, just cold blooded. And that's the way you have to be with some people. Some people, they don't get another opportunity. And this particular person, this is some people, they only learn by example. Some people, you can only teach them by example. And it may be their first lesson and their last. It may be the first time they learn this about you and the last time they ever see you. But you proved your point without having to exert too much energy. You proved your point without having to get in anybody's face or get into any confrontation when it's not needed. It's not like this is a situation where it's life or death. So it just doesn't benefit you. It doesn't benefit you to exert any type of energy that's just unnecessarily needed. So the best thing you saw fit to do was just teach them by example and show them your back. Sometimes you got to show people your back, and that's going to be the last time they see you. That's going to be the last thing they remember of you is the back of your head. And when people act like they don't know how to treat people, or people act like they don't know how to be towards folks, they don't know how to be they don't know how to be the type of person that can keep you in their presence for too long. You have to not even stay in their presence any longer than they know how to treat you. As soon as they do something that's off kilter, as soon as they do something that's not right, makes you question things, don't even give them any more time. It's done and over with at that point. You don't have anything else left for them. No time, no response, no argument. It's nothing to get into it with them about. You just don't care at that point because it's like you don't care. So it's like excuse the noise. It's a little noisy over here, but we're still gonna keep it going. They like to be real noisy right by my door, particularly when I make my video, but that's quite all right. Um, You're not going to get into it with these kinds of people because you're just more advanced. You're more elevated. You're on a higher level. And when people try to take you to a certain point, they're playing with you. And when people are trying to play with you, you have to teach them how to treat you in a sense. Like, you think you could treat somebody this way, that's cool, but it's just not going to be me. And on top of that, you're not even going to get anything out of me because of it. You're going to get no response. You're going to get my back, and you're going to get my absence. Those are the only three things that you give a person that you need to teach how to treat you. When you are teaching people how to treat you, and it's a situation to where you don't have to deal with them anymore, you know, this is why it's good to be in control of your situation in every area that you can be, because people act like they don't know how to treat people, whether they know or not, depending on who it is. They feel that they have control over certain people, and with certain people, they feel they could just treat you however they want. And when you have people who feel like they could treat you however they want, you only have three things for them, and that's it: your absence, your back, and no response. That's the best way to teach people how to treat you, whether it be a job, whether it be someone that's close to you, whether it be someone that you're involved with, whether it be a business partner or a friend, so-called friend or so-called business partner, or a so-called person that you're involved with. You teach people how to treat you by removing yourself from them, by taking yourself away from them, and you don't owe people any response in this type of situation, because most of them aren't worthy of a response. Most of them don't deserve a response. People know how to treat people. They just choose not to. And why get upset over someone that deliberately chose to do something that they know a person wouldn't stand for? Don't get upset. Just leave. I heard that from a OG. Why get upset? And what I've learned just from my own studies is that getting upset will only further make you upset. When you get mad, the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to continue being mad once you're mad. That's it. When you get mad, the only thing that's going to come with you getting mad is being madder, more anger, more frustration. The only thing that's going to come with you getting upset is you being more upset. When people display this kind of behavior, you have to realize that it's just a level of not giving a crap that they have. They don't give a crap. And when you get upset over someone that really doesn't care, you're showing them that you do care. And it's like, you don't care? I don't care. Even if you do feel some type of way, they don't need to see it. And the one thing, even no matter how drastic a situation is, no matter how difficult or rough or bad a situation is, no matter how mad you get or angry you get at that moment, it's going to pass. It hasn't come to stay. It has come to pass. It's something that you have to go through. It's like stubbing your toe real hard when you wake up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom and you were just comfortable 5 seconds ago. You're on your way to use the bathroom, your toe hurts. By the time you're done using the bathroom and you get back into bed, your toe's not that sore anymore. It hasn't come to stay, it has come to pass. No matter how angry you get, it's just like a storm cloud. Even places where it rains for like 50 days at a time, it's always that 1 week where it's straight sun. It's going to be it's going to be gone, even if it is going to last for a little while. But you don't have to let them know, because that's going to give them a sense of power. That's going to give them the inclination that you care, and they may try to do something worse. They may try to make you feel they may try to make you feel some type of way even more. They may try to take it out on you even worse. So the best way for you to handle that type of situation is, if they don't care, you don't care. And even if they do care, for whatever type of psychopathic, crazy, fake reason, you still don't care. It's just like I always say, I always reference children getting their toy taken away. When people play with you, what do you think they view you as? As a toy. And when their toy is taken away, when people are toying around with you, when people are playing with you, it's because they view you as like a plaything. They view you as a toy. They view you as somebody to be played with. So to keep you from getting into a serious altercation or to any problem, because nobody likes people playing with them, to keep you from making any mistakes that are irreversible. I don't like people playing with me. There's a lot of people in some situations right now that felt the same way, that wish they could take back that action that they made behind somebody playing with them. It's very serious. I understand. It's some big steppers out there, some very serious people like Drew too. But I don't like people playing with me. I understand that, but you also won't like what comes with that if you make a negative decision behind somebody playing with you. That's why you don't give them that, because the only thing that comes with you getting upset is being more upset, and possibly even making a bad decision. And when you put bad decision making in the equation of being upset, sometimes some irreversible things can occur, to where, possibly person may get tricked out of their freedom. Someone may do something they wish they never did that they can't take back. And that's why it's best to just give these people the three things that you only have for them: your back, your absence. What was the other thing? I said your back, your absence, and it was something that I said, but I said it already previously. You could rewind the video. I'm sure it'll pop in my head. But yeah, you just give them your back, your absence, and I mean, those two right there are powerful enough. Forgive me for not remembering the third thing, but I already said it previously in this video. Just feel free to go back and rewind it. Somebody put the three things in the comments for your main man. It will be greatly appreciated. But you don't give them anything. They don't deserve the type of reaction that they're trying to get from playing with you. And when people play with you, they just are off the rip showing you that how much they care about you, and it's nothing to be upset about. It's really nothing to be upset about. Somebody shows you how they feel about you, believe them, and thank them, because you don't have any more time to waste. You don't have any more time to waste with people like that. Your time is too valuable and it's too precious for you to be wasting it on people who don't deserve it. And once you find out that somebody is not worthy and deserving of you, you take yourself elsewhere. You don't get upset. You don't give them any type of reaction for that. There's no reaction needed except your absence and the back of your head. And you're not giving them any more of your time. You remove yourself from these people. You remove yourself out of these situations. these toxic situations. And the fact that you don't get upset, because that's what they're looking for. People who don't care about people and people that like to play with people, they're looking for you to feel some type of way. And once you take that from them, it's like not only did you take their little toy away from them or whatever, but you took their sense of control. It's like you take what the thing that was going to feed their ego, you take their sense of power away. So it's like not only are you taking from them what they were enjoying doing, like playing with you, but you take their power away. You make them feel powerless, and you don't have nothing. You don't have nothing for them. You don't give them anything, but you're teaching them how to treat you, because this person will never, ever get to treat you like that again. And you win in that situation. Even if it's a situation to where you'll never see that person again. Even if you have to give people the silent treatment, this may be somebody that you can't just up and leave from. Even if it's a situation to where it's work, or even if it's a situation to where you have to see this person every day, you just ignore them. And if it comes down to it, you might have to tell them to get out your face or something like that. But ignoring them, if that's not enough, you'll naturally know how to handle that. You'll know how to keep people away from you, and you may have to get a little strong with how you speak to them. You may have to put your foot down necessarily. When it's necessary, you may have to put your foot down in that situation, and you may have to stand strong and stand firm on how you feel about that situation. But as long as your point is made, then they should understand. And if they don't understand, there's repercussions that you could take. There's things that you can do to make sure that people stay away from you. And I'm sure we don't need to get into any of those in this particular video, but just be wise and be smart and always be careful. But you don't want to get into situations to where things can get ugly for you. You want to think and you want to be smart about certain situations. When it's a time to handle yourself a certain way, you'll know. When it's time to take care of business in a specific way, you'll know. But most of the time, you could just get people up out of your face by just telling them to do just that. Like, yo, I don't want to speak to you. I don't want to talk to you. You need to remove yourself from around me. You need to get up from around me. And when you look them dead in the eye and show them that you're serious and they need to give you your space. And this is somebody that you already know, somebody that you've been dealing with, someone that you don't want anything to do with, someone that you don't want to deal with. They'll get the message. And if not, don't even waste your time getting into it. There's things that you can do, and you know what you can do. But for this particular video, to end it on a positive note, you teach people how to treat you in a very strong, positive way. Your energy displays that, your attitude displays that, how you come at people displays that. They know that they have to be very careful with how they deal with you. And that's why when they play with you, they really don't take it too far, because they know that it's a place where you could possibly take it. You're just not trying to. You don't necessarily want to take it there because there's no point. And that's why I say you don't give them what they want. You keep all that to yourself. And you stay out of trouble. You stay out of harm's way. And you make sure that you can either make it back to your family, make it back to your apartment, make it back to your job the next day, make it out with your freedom, because the enemy is always lurking. And the type of person that you are, they know you have a bright future ahead of you. And they know you have some better things coming to you, especially when you get them out of your life. And for some of them, the main reason for them to try to come back into your life is to try to see that that doesn't happen. And that's why they may try to trick you about your position, trick you about your spot, trick you about your freedom. So you have to be careful when people are playing with you like that, and you know that you're the type of person that doesn't necessarily appreciate those type of behaviors from people. That's why it's best to not give them anything. Remove yourself from the situation and just show them the back of your head and teach them that because of what they did, they ain't never going to see you again. And you ain't got nothing for them. No argument, no energy, no trying to prove a point. You ain't got nothing unless they, you know, try to put you in a situation to where you have to. Then of course, you know, some people try to take it there. Some people will try to intimidate you, and you just let them know that that's not going to work. But I believe that's all I have for this video. Um, I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the share button, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out.